So let's talk NetSuite manufacturing, specifically WIP and routing. So as you can see here, I've got a work order set up for some hummus in an 8-ounce container. You'll notice also that this work order is in a release status, and we also have a WIP flag selected. So within NetSuite, I have the option of backflushing everything. Alternatively, I can enable the WIP process, which will allow us to track work in progress or work in process by issuing and completing manufacturing activities. Now, for this particular example, we've got a bill of material together with some routings set up here for some hummus and all the components that go into creating some hummus. So we've got the garlic, hummus, the slurry itself, the olive oil, and all the ancillary container information over here. You can also see the quantity that needs to be utilized in different units of measure here. So we've got eaches, pounds, gallons, etc., etc. Some of this information is also lot tracked, which we'll get to in a sec here. So this is just a work order. It's basically committed inventory to this. So all of my component inventory here is has been allocated to this particular work order. Now, when I'm ready to start the production process, I can go ahead and print out any kind of documentation I need to. Alternatively, we've got points of access through tablets or workstations itself through the for the warehouse operators themselves. And when I'm ready, I can go ahead and issue components to this particular transaction. Now, you'll notice I've also got my inventory detail. At this point, I can enter ancillary information around that particular raw material itself. So in this particular case, you can see here, I'm required to enter lot information, bin information, because that's how I've set up NetSuite. I need to lot track the actual hummus or the slurry itself so that I could go ahead and execute on my lot traceability processes if I ever needed to. I'm going to show you something really quick here. You'll notice here that I've picked up a lot number that has an expiration date of it, and NetSuite's actually prompting me, hey, this lot number is past due. You cannot use this, it's expired. All right, so once I've entered the lot information, so back on my work order now, you can see the status of the work order is in process, meaning I've issued material to this. On my related records, you can see here all of the related transaction sets to this work order. You could have multiple work order issues, multiple completions. So really depending on your manufacturing process and your work order process, you could have a production run representative as a work order and then do incremental issues and completions off of that work order. Now, the next step of this process is going to be to enter the completion. So we've issued the material. It's now sitting in WIP from an accounting and finance perspective, as well as an operations perspective. And then I'm going to go ahead and create the build itself, so to speak. So the quantity to build is going to be 15 in total. And I'm going to go ahead and enter a lot number here. So I'll go ahead and enter 15. Expiration date, we'll just say 1 year from now. So from here, I'll go ahead and click on the enter completion. And I can enter a quantity to be built of 15, and I can go ahead and enter my inventory detail. This is where I can assign a new lot number. Go ahead and enter 15, expiration date 6/3/20 to 2025, a year from now, enter a bin if I needed to, and the actual lot number itself.